Hello everybody, welcome back to the internet's best reactions. Today we are talking, discussing and probably sobbing a little bit about the Monaco Grand Prix. Now, I know a lot of you are here for one particular reaction to a certain thing that happened before the race. We will get into it, and your reactions in general were just awesome, just purely because everyone was on their phones, because it's Monaco and nothing was really happening. Let's get into your reactions. Right, let's talk about it straight away because, well, it happened before the race, and so I have to talk about it because we do it in chronological order. At Zokazima YT, checking the gearbox of Leclerc before the race. Is everything okay? Yeah. Look, I could have maybe mentally processed it had it just been after qualifying, yeah, gearbox is screwed, have to take a penalty, or even the next day, yeah, we've left it too late, Leclerc can't start the race. But no, Ferrari decided to say, yeah, the gearbox, we've looked at it, looks all right. We'll look at it again tomorrow, though. Stay tuned. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll deal with it. Again, today, no problems. Absolutely fine. Leclerc will start from pole. I'm buzzing. I'm like, yes, come on. Let's see what this Ferrari legend can do. He is a Ferrari legend. He's won round Monza. And it all went tits up, didn't it? At Dave McKeegan, Leclerc having to go to the front of the grid for the national anthem. The poor bloke had to go and stand there with all the other drivers with their working cars and just stand there and contemplate life whilst the national anthem for his home race was being played. The poor bloke literally, I didn't think it was a curse that he had around Monaco. Now I do. Now I'm completely convinced that curses exist. I'm getting pent up, getting angry, getting frustrated. As you can tell, I have not got past the acceptance stage of this whole Leclerc not doing the race from pole position thing. Not okay. I'm sure we'll talk about Leclerc a lot throughout this entire internet's best reactions because I'm not over it, as you know. But let's start actually at the beginning of the race. At _kidsgloves_ Verstappen at the start. Look, the only place at Monaco you're going to pretty much lose the race is at the start. And Max didn't have the greatest of getaways from his grid box, but just close it up. No, Bottas, you are not coming anywhere near that inside line, mate. Covered it off beautifully, and that was pretty much it. Everyone stuck their feet up, whacked on Twitter, and then 78 laps were pretty much done with. Although there are lots more reactions to get through, don't worry. Now, one of the only overtakes I think we saw in the entire Grand Prix, we're not surprised, are we? At Dayav07, MSC dealing with Mazepin into the hairpin. It was a very saucy move considering they are teammates, and he just absolutely sent it up the inside. Mazepin, I think, actually ended up beating Schumacher at the end of the race, but that was a nice little move from Mick, and the only bit of action we really saw, although there was some other on-track action which we didn't get to see, really, did we? I'll get on to that. At Nathan R1803, trying to see anyone in DRS range. It's just Monaco, isn't it? I was kind of excited for it to come back, and qualifying was, of course, awesome. But the race is just, you just really have to, dig so deep into the inner F1 workings of your heart to go, the history, we have to enjoy this. Because it's F1 history, and if we don't enjoy it, are we really F1 fans? It took a lot for me to just try and stay in tune with the race the whole time, but I was on Twitter, don't get me wrong, and I think a lot of you were as well. Oh, another meme about Leclerc, why not? At Battery Voltas, Leclerc giving a house tour. Oh yeah, no, yeah, really laughing, yeah, really funny, really enjoy the memes about Leclerc not even, well, I mean, forget trophies, how about finishing a race? 2018, didn't finish. 2019, didn't finish. 2021, didn't even start the race. Look, if there's any petition for Monaco not going back, that's my main reason, is because Leclerc's got a curse. At Dasher44_F1, this race is so exciting. Yeah, I think it would have been a lot more exciting had Leclerc been in the lead, because I feel like the Red Bull definitely had the pace over the Ferrari. I mean, we saw that between Max and Carlos, just the gap that Max had by the end of the race. So I think it could have been really interesting with Charles out in front, but it didn't happen, did it? I'm okay. I'm so fine. At Edwin V85, watching the first 20 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure we can change Edwin's tweet to 78 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm excited to see what Tommy says in the podcast about, why Monaco should stay on the calendar after... Okay, no, that's harsh. That's harsh. Monaco does belong on the calendar, but it doesn't stop me from feeling horrendous after that race and going... There wasn't anything going on. Like, we didn't even have a yellow flag. That's the beauty of Monaco, is that, you know, we're going to have a few accidents, maybe a little safety car or a little nip against the wall, and something's going to, you know, everything's going to be thrown up in the air, but we didn't get any of that. The drivers are too good, and, yeah, there's nothing more to say. Now let's talk about Valtteri Bottas. He was having a pretty solid race, P2. Of course, I mentioned he nearly got the lead at the start, but didn't manage it, but was keeping Max honest, and then went for a cheeky little undercut, and got stuck in the pits forever. Just his front right tyre was like, I'm absolutely not coming off. I don't care what drill you bring. I don't care if you bring a hammer, a wrench, whatever else you can use to take tyres off. I'm not really a car guy. Stuck like super glue, honestly. Look, I am quite critical about Valtteri and how not critical, but just wishful that he'd take a little bit more of a fight to Lewis, but that sort of stuff, the man just cannot get a break. At Munford 1999, Mercedes pit crew trying to get that front right off like... It was wedged, wasn't it? Absolutely wedged. Right, I wanted to tell you about something really exciting, and that's that we've launched Team WTF1 to give you more access, more content. Don't worry, if you don't join Team WTF1, we're not taking anything away. This is just purely to have more podcasts, more content, get to meet the team, get to do amazing in real life opportunities, all that good stuff. Watch this video and join if you fancy it. Urgent awesome news announcement. We've wanted to do this for quite some time, but today is finally the day we've launched Team WTF1. Members of Team WTF1 will be rewarded with exclusive Meet the Team events, watch-alongs, gaming sessions with me, you won't win, Q&As, opportunities for money can't buy F1 experiences, exclusive content, discounts on WTF1 merch, and so much more. All you've got to do is visit WTF1.com/Team WTF1 or click the link in the description below to find out more about how to join this amazing team. Okay, right, so I've already had quite a bit of anger in this episode already, but I might overflow after this tweet and what we're going to talk about now. At CTDuzz, Monaco TV directors. Now, if you didn't know, it's not the same TV directors that we usually get for every other race. Monaco decide to do it in-house and have their own director, and it shows, doesn't it? It was bad enough in qualifying. Qualifying, we didn't have times. We had Verstappen on the push lap. They were showing him like he was on an out lap. And then as soon as he finished his lap, they popped up the time. And then obviously he's not pushing anymore. He was 4 seconds down in the first sector. They're still following him. And then we get to the race. The one bit of on-track action that we had, of course, Vettel coming out the pits. You had Hamilton absolutely raging because Gasly's just jumped him. Vettel's done an unbelievable performance, not just in this undercut, but overcut actually, but also just generally his performance. But anyway, back to the point. Coming out the pits, Gasly and Vettel side by side. TV director presses the button to show a Lance Stroll replay. I am convinced that director has never watched Formula 1 in their life. Ever. And then, not only that, we then get the replay, and we're about to see what happens, and they show Perez in the pits. Oh, that was my phone, I shouldn't have done that. But you just can't write this stuff. What are you doing? Show the action. That's it. You can show a replay of Perez pitting. Unless he's coming into the pits upside down, I don't want to see it. Whew, okay, right. I think... No, I'm not done yet. There's more memes. At Hussey Inyatcha 99, Sky Director's not showing us the Vettel versus Gasly battle. It's not Sky. Don't blame Sky. They get given the pictures from the Monaco director, so it's not their fault. It's not F1 really either. It's Monaco and the people that are doing it there. It's their problem. They just need to be changed. I know it's some contractual agreement that for some reason they do it, but just scrap. There must be a performance clause of showing on-track action, and they just didn't do that. I'm popping off today. Can you tell? Now, with Vettel getting ahead of Hamilton too, Lewis was not a happy bunny. At don'tbe_this guy, Hamilton on his radio right now. It was quite entertaining, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, hearing Lewis really frustrated is something that we don't hear that often. So it is quite an entertaining thing to hear him pretty much blaming the team, which is fair enough because he said himself that he'd left his tyres in a good state to go long. They then tried the undercut. It didn't work with Gasly. Clearly, they couldn't get those hards working in that first lap window. And then they just lost the position to Vettel as well. I can understand why Lewis was absolutely fuming. At name Rizvi, Sainz and Lando podium. Well, this was during the race, so I liked it tentatively, thinking that even me liking something could potentially jinx it or whatever. But yeah, it did end up being that, and it's awesome to see. Of course, Netflix hyping it up as the biggest rivalry in the history of Formula One, Sainz versus Norris, but you have the post-race interview, and they're buddies, they're pushing each other around. There's no rivalry, they're just bros. Until they start racing for victories and then they crash, then we'll see how good their friendship is. There's another meme about TV direction, and I don't think they should be spared sympathy. At Ben_Pigeon24, F1 TV director in Monaco. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Who has won Tweet of the Week? Okay, it's now Tweet of the Week time, and this made me chuckle because it's about the TV directors, and as I say, I'm just going in on them, and maybe, just maybe, F1 will go, we'll do it from now on because that was terrible. At Rambat2020 to watch. Oh, it's so good, and that Lance Stroll picture is now haunting, now that after everyone wanting to see so desperately what was going on, and then Lance Stroll just came on like, hi, here's my replay. Didn't want to see it. There was another moment of potential controversy, or at least F1 Twitter decided it was controversy, although it was not at all. It was Lando waving to Danny Rick saying, thank you for letting me pass so easily. At Leaf_Drive to survive after seeing Lando Norris wave at Ricciardo whilst he laps him. I mean, you know there's going to be drama made out of it, but some people were actually believing that it was kind of like an arrogant wave, like move out the way, peasant. It wasn't. It's not. Lando's not that kind of person, so let's just squash whatever that was. I know, Danny Rick obviously is not going to be happy being lapped, but that's as far as it goes. Another one, Marius Knudsen 3, Lando waving to Daniel when lapping him. Netflix be like. I just can't wait to see what Netflix decide to pinpoint as the craziest bit of drama that absolutely isn't. I'm looking forward to it. At Pokes. It's a good meme because, generally speaking, the race was pretty diabolical in terms of the actual action. But the championship standings, Verstappen leads the championship with an awesome drive today, it has to be said. He was on one, just checked out, managed the race. It's Monaco. He did what he needed to do. But he's now leading the championship by 4 points. Hamilton on the back foot. It's getting tasty. Now, I have to include this reply to my tweet because it's full-blown savage. So obviously Serena Williams, for some reason, was interviewed at the same time as Max Verstappen. So I said, I was really impressed by Serena's P1 drive today. Why is she being interviewed? Then someone replied saying, to be honest, probably the best Williams at the circuit today. That is flames. That is fire. Williams weren't great, of course, but my God, not holding back your shots. Social Media Team Championship time now. We had some pretty decent submissions from the team, so let's dive into it right now. In third place, we have Aston Martin F1. Your Monaco GP driver of the day, Sebastian Vettel. Seb was absolutely on one. He was definitely my driver of the day, and why would I not include that in the Social Media Team Championship? A wholesome picture of Sebastian Vettel. So well done, Aston Martin. 1 point. In second place, we have Red Bull Racing. Proper corners, parked cars, slippy surfaces. Alex Albon dissects the Monaco GP track. And turn 5 in particular is quite funny. Park here if you're on pole. The absolute Rosberg shade. Actually got it wrong because they should have put it in the last sector and then they would have had where Leclerc crashed. But either way, well done Red Bull, you scored some points. And finally, the winners of the Social Media Team Championship, and kind of accidentally this time because they deleted the tweet, is Mercedes-AMG F1. Valtteri Bottas shadowing Verstappen in these early laps. Lewis settling into P6 behind Gaz in the second Red Bull. Now, I don't know if this was accidental shade, actual shade, or what. But either way, it's full-blown savage. Of course, Perez did have a pretty good race, considering he was challenging Norris for the podium by the end. But at that point, Gasly was ahead of Perez, and I enjoyed the shade, the drama. We all love it, the jeopardy. So well done, Mercedes. You get maximum points this week. So that's 1 point for Aston Martin, 2 points for Red Bull Racing, and 3 points for Mercedes-AMG F1.
And now it's time for Race Rundown with your host, Matthew Gallagher.
Right, race rundown time, and I've just decided I'm going to do it first time, so watch this. Here we go. The finishers of the Monaco Grand Prix were Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, Perez, Vettel, Gasly, Hamilton, Stroll, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Alonso, Russell, Latifi, Tsunoda, Mazepin, Schumacher. Oh, I've broken the green screen. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, the green screen. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No one saw that. I just did race rundown on the first go. Does that mean I've finished it? Does that mean I never have to do it ever again? I hope so. The non-finishers were Bottas, Leclerc, Bottas, Leclerc, Bottas, Leclerc, Bottas, Leclerc, Bottas, Leclerc. Oh my god, I've done race rundowns. Oh my god. I'm actually emotional. We did it. Did it. I think it's the anger. I think the anger fueled my brain to read quicker. Which means I need more Leclerc DNFs to do it better. No. I want to struggle with race rundowns and have Leclerc wins, okay? Thank you. Right, that is it. Thank you so much for watching the internet's best reactions to the Monaco Grand Prix. I hope you enjoyed it. It was quite a boring race, but the memes were great. It feels like the more boring of a race, the more time people spend doing funny memes, and I enjoy that. Thank you again for everybody for getting involved in this series. It's going from strength to strength, and it's amazing to have you all on board every single race weekend. Make sure as well to check out Team WTF1 if you fancy joining it. We're doing an exclusive live podcast tomorrow, Monday, where you can get an opportunity to watch me, Tommy and Katie do it all live. And then, of course, the podcast will be released later on that day anyway for everyone else. So, yeah, very exciting. Please do check it out, and we'll see you very soon for the next race. Bye-bye! That's like the rainbow for Race Rundown. Goodbye!